Hi everyone, this is Kristen, and today I'm here with a super protective slim case for the iPhone 7 Plus. This is the Tech21 Evo Check Active Edition. This slim case will give you 9.9 feet or 3 meters of drop protection. It has a very slim profile and a nice grip. There's a lot to love about the Tech21 Evo Check Active Edition. So as I said, this is a very slimline case. It adds an impressive amount of protection given its small size. 9.9 feet of drop protection is definitely nothing to sneeze at. If you were going to compare it size-wise to something like your Spec Presidio grip, you would see that it's definitely thinner than the Spec Presidio grip, although it is just a hair wider and the height is approximately the same. Comparing it to another case, such as the Apple Silicone case, you'd see that it's definitely longer than the Apple Silicone case, but again, in terms of the actual thickness, it might even be just a little bit thinner. I'm not really sure, but it's definitely a hair wider. That's always been the case with the Tech21 cases. They do tend to have relatively wide sides, although I don't find this one to be obtrusively wide. So looking at the construction of this case, very easy to take off your phone, by the way. So what we have here is, this is a FlexShock case. FlexShock is Tech21's protective material. They used to use D3O, but they haven't been using that for a few years. That's what the ribs are here on the interior. It allows them to have a very lightweight case that is very protective. So this flexes nicely. It has a nice, smooth, soft material underneath the fingers. The FlexShock is integrated with a special TPU that they use. It's quite easy to get on your phone as well as take off. Looking at the fit of this case on my iPhone 7 Plus, everything fits quite nicely on here. The sides are reasonably secure. The bottom is a little bit on the looser side, as is typical with this type of case, so do be aware of that. But otherwise, everything fits on very nicely. This has a reasonable amount of lip on here. I don't currently have a tempered glass screen protector or any screen protector on here, so do be aware of that. This is the maximum amount of lip that you're going to have, but I think it is perfectly sufficient. Everything's very nice about it. Looking at the bottom of the case, looking at our port openings, they are a little odd. Tech21 often has kind of odd port openings. They extend toward the back a little bit, which is strange, but they are perfectly sufficient in terms of size, and you shouldn't have any problems using them. I do think that this area doesn't seem quite as well protected as otherwise might be, but other than that, no issues with it. Going around to the sides, we have a nice amount of grip with this case as long as it's kept clean. The issue with this type of TPU is that it gets greasy if you allow it to get dirty at all, so you don't want to do that. But if it stays clean, you should be in good shape and have a nice, pleasant grip to it. No issues whatsoever with the buttons. They are great. No problems getting to the mute switch. Going around to our power button, nice and clicky. As far as the back of the case is concerned, we have plenty of protection for the protruding camera, no worries there, and everything's fine with flash photography. In terms of our design, we have two things going on design-wise. We've got this checked pattern. The checks, you can feel them on the inside of the case, but not on the outside. On the outside, it's just smooth. And then we have these little white speckles everywhere. They look rather decorative, and they're a different look, so I do rather like them. We have some very slight Tech21 branding down here at the bottom. It's not very obtrusive at all, so that is really quite good. So overall, this is very nice. The back of the case will tend to pick up fingerprints, and as I said, you got to keep this type of TPU nice and clean in order to keep it having a good grip. Otherwise, it tends to get a little on the slimy feeling side, but other than that, very, very nice. And as I said, this case does provide 9.9 feet of drop protection. That's 3 meters, so really very, very impressive in terms of its protection. Such a nice case. Again, we've been looking at the Tech21 Evo Check Active Edition case for iPhone 7 Plus. This case is available directly from Tech21 as well as from other retailers. I will put links below where you can find out more about it. The MSRP is $39.95 and it comes in 3 colors. There's the black pictured here as well as a clear pink and a clear and white version. Many thanks to the kind folks at Tech21 for sending me out this sample to review. If you have any questions about this case, please feel free to put them in the comments below, and if you are interested in subscribing to my channel, please consider it. I do try to put out 2 to 3 videos a week on accessories for iPhone 7 Plus, iPad Pro, and Samsung Galaxy S7, and I would love to have your support. Again, this is Kristen with the Evo Check Active Edition for iPhone 7 Plus. Have a fantastic day.